But to the Honorable Minister, I want to remind her that before taking any decision on Lathi, RSS may be consulted. Because without Lathi, there cannot be Sakha. I go to my main subject. I call the attention of the Minister of Rural Development to the following matter of urgent public importance, and I request that he may make a statement thereon. The matter is situation arising out of non-payment of minimum wages to the workers engaged by various state governments in general and Gujarat in particular under Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana and the steps taken by the government in regard thereto.
Yeah, please, Honorable Minister.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, the Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana was launched from 25th September 2001 after merging the erstwhile ongoing programs of Employment Assurance Scheme and the Jawahar Gram Samruddhi Yojana. The EAS and JGSY, however, continue to be implemented as part of the SJRY up to 31st March 2002 with the increased allocation of funds and fresh allocation of food grains. The SJRY became fully operational from 1st April 2002 and being implemented throughout the country except Delhi and Union Territory of Chandigarh. The program is implemented as a centrally sponsored scheme. The cash component of program is shared between the center and states in the ratio of 75:25, whereas food grains are provided to the states free of cost by the center. The cost of transportation of food grains from FCI godown to the work site and public distribution system, and its distribution is the responsibility of the state or union territory government, sir. In the case of union territories, the center provides the entire 100% funds under the scheme. The main objectives of the program are to provide additional wage employment in all rural areas and thereby provide food security to the rural poor. Wages under the program are paid partly in food grains and partly in cash. The SGRY has also a special component. Under such additional food grains are supplied to calamity affected states free of cost. The cash component has to be met from other schemes, sir. Minimum wages under the program. The minimum wages are fixed by each state government under the State Act. The minimum wages vary from state to state and from district to district. Within the state, depending upon the price index for the commodities required to maintain the sustenance level of livelihood. Under the SGRY are special component for wages. The provisions are as follows, sir. 1. Minimum wages are required to be paid by the state governments under SGRY, both for skilled and unskilled laborers. The wages are paid partly in kind and partly in cash. Minimum 5 kgs of food grains or the maximum of 75% of the wages can be paid in kind and balance subject to minimum of 25% in cash. Equal wages should be paid to both men and women workers under the program, sir. Payment of wages should be made on a fixed day in a week, preferably a day before the local market day. In case the executive agencies do not pay the wages for a category of employment at the rate notified for the relevant schedule of employment under the Minimum Wages Act, the DRDAs or Jilla Parishads should withhold further release of funds to the concerned implementing agencies and inform the appropriate authority for taking suitable action against the erring officials against the Minimum Wages Act. If central government finds that the provision of minimum wages under SGRY are being violated by DRDA or Jilla Parishad, the center can also withhold the further release of funds under the program to the concerned districts, sir. As reported by the state governments, there is no difference between the minimum wages and wages being paid under the SGRY. In the state of Gujarat, state government has fixed ₹50 as wages to be paid for works under SGRY. Out of ₹50, ₹25 are paid in cash and 5 kgs of wheat. Wheat is valued at ₹5 per kg, which is the BPL rate. In the drought affected districts, the state government is paying for scarcity relief works at 3 kgs of wheat and ₹36 as cash. However, the wheat is valued at rupees 2 per kg. In order to ensure that the rates are uniform in the case of SGRY in drought affected areas, same wages are paid to both SGRY and for scarcity relief works. The issue of wages under SGRY has been taken up by the Ministry of Rural Development with the state government of Gujarat. The state government has been asked to restore parity of wages for the works to be taken up under the SGRY and special component at the earliest possible. A letter to this effect has also been sent to the Principal Secretary Rural Development of Gujarat, sir. The state has assured, this is very important, sir, this sentence. The state has assured that the anomaly, which is the result of past practices, will be resolved within 10 days. And the wage structure will be reworked to ensure that the minimum wage of rupees 60 per day is worked out, as well as 5 kgs of food grains is issued. The Government of India is committed to ensure the payment of minimum wages to the rural poor for the works undertaken under SGRY and the special components, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Rajpal.
Deputy Speaker, thank you very much. Sir, you will kindly appreciate that this is very serious issue concerning not only the state of Gujarat, but many states where drought is there. I am extremely sorry to go on record that as far as drought is concerned, it was declared in the month of August, September in various states. But in Gujarat, it was delayed politically on account of election in the month of December. And the drought in Gujarat was declared as late as February. And whether there is rain or no rain, the relief work will be closed in the month of June, latest by 20th June. The issue which Honorable Minister has replied, I want to inform you, he has already admitted in his reply to a star question by me on 8th April in Lok Sabha, wherein the Honorable Minister has stated that the minimum rate of wage in Gujarat is rupees 60, in Rajasthan it is 60, in Andhra Pradesh it is 80, in Bihar it is 58.64, and Uttar Pradesh it is 58 rupees. But in the same reply, the Honorable Minister has admitted that it is in Gujarat only where, as against 60 as minimum wage, only rupees 42.50 is paid by the state government in violation of Minimum Wage Act. The Minister has further stated that the two rates are differing only in the case of Gujarat. According to the state government, lower wage rates in the drought-affected districts are fixed by the collectors. In order to provide wage employment for minimum number of people, for maximum number of people, for maximum working days while providing relief work. Sir, the question before this August House is, can a government exploit rural poor who are working in Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana and relief work at the time of drought? The Honorable Minister has today informed this House that the state government has promised him to take action, remedial action within 10 days. But from which date that 10 days will be counted, that is not made clear. As far as, sir, I am concerned, me and my colleague Madhusudan Mistry had written letter to the Honorable Minister of Rural Development. We have also written letter to the Honorable Minister of Labour. We have also written letter to the Chief Secretary Government of Gujarat for taking appropriate action against the collectors of Patan district, Banaskantha district, Sabarkantha district, Surendranagar district and various other districts where minimum wage is not paid according to the state's own law. And I am extremely sorry that no action is taken till date. In that view, one of the answer of the Honorable Minister is that fund will be stopped to that state if they don't implement the law. That will be again a punishment to the poor worker. Why don't you take action against the collectors who are not implementing the state laws and the central laws? So in that respect, I want to ask the Honorable Minister what action central government will take against the concerned minister, against the concerned collectors of various districts in Gujarat who are not implementing the Minimum Wage Act in the state of Gujarat. Thank you.
Should I reply, sir? The thing is...
You will reply. There is one more member. You see, as per calling attention rule 197, as many as 5 can be listed, only 3 are there, and first and the third not present. We, as an exception, if 1 or 2 members, if they ask some question, clarificatory, only one clarificatory question, that also I will explore, and then you may answer. Only if that is not done, because only 1 member, and therefore I am giving that exception. It should not be taken as precedent. Yes, Mr. Nachiyappan.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Deputy Speaker, sir. Actually, the oral EGP, NREP programs were very successfully implemented during the Congress period, giving employment to the local people on the minimum wages and also getting the food grains also when the market price is very high. But when this particular program is implemented now, the state governments, especially the local level, only the contractors are benefited and not the landless poor or people who are depending upon these wages. Therefore, whether the government will stress that the contract system should not be applied, it should be given only to the panchayat, and panchayat should implement it. Whoever coming forward to register their names for getting the job work, will they be given for benefiting this type of wages and also the food grains at the time of the high cost is prevailing in the villages. Right. And jobless things are also happening.
All right. Premajam.
Sir, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Just one clarificatory.
Yes. Sir, this Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana, which had been there in existence under certain other name, is actually meant for ensuring employment and also food for the very poor in the country, BPL families. But of late it is found that contractors with all gadgets which can finish work quickly are engaged in this process of implementing the programs under Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana, and that is actually very adversely affecting the BPL families. My specific question is whether this has come to the notice of the government, and if so, will the government take immediate measures to stop this practice and ensure that the employment and food security go to the deserving BPL families? Thank you, sir.
Mahendra.
डिप्टी स्पीकर साहब, गुजरात में ही नहीं पूरे अन्य प्रदेशों में भी मिनिमम वेजेस नहीं दिया जाता इस योजना के अंतर्गत, और यही नहीं 10 दिन तक भी काम नहीं दिया जाता उनको, कम से कम उनको 15 दिन 20 दिन काम अवश्य मिलना चाहिए। मैं आपके माध्यम से मिनिस्टर साहब से ये प्रार्थना करना चाहता हूँ कि निश्चित रूप से इस रोजगार के अंदर पॉवर्टी लाइन से नीचे लोग आते हैं, बीपीएल के नीचे लोग कार्य करते हैं, उनको मिनिमम वेजेस अवश्य मिलना चाहिए। क्या इसका प्रोविज़न वो करेंगे और राज्यों से इसकी इंक्वायरी करेंगे कि उनको दिया जा रहा है या नहीं दिया जा रहा है? पहला पॉइंट कि उनको मिनिमम वेजेस मिले, जो कि एक्ट है, कानून है, जिसके अंतर्गत उनको अवश्य दिया जाना चाहिए। उसके अलावा कम से कम 10 दिन या 20 दिन उनको अवश्य कार्य मिलना चाहिए, जिससे कि उनको रोजगार।
मिनिमम वेज के बारे में ही है ये सवाल। हाँ, ठीक है। यस
अध्यक्ष महोदय, ये पैसे के बदले अनाज देना ये योजना बहुत ठीक है, लेकिन अनाज इतना खराब मिलता है तो जानवर भी खाता नहीं, ऐसा अनाज मिलता है। इसलिए लोग मजदूर के लिए आते नहीं, तो इसमें सुधार करना जरूरी है।
यस।
बंगाल में
द लास्ट
जो इस कर्मसूची चल रहा है, हर गांव में जो पंचायत है अच्छा चावल मिलता है, लेकिन बात यह है गांव का आम जनता बीपीएल तालिका का अंदर में जो है उसका नहीं मिलता है, वो दुकान में खरीद कर देते हैं। इसलिए कोई इंक्वायरी बंगाल में कितना चाल दिल्ली से बंगाल गया एवं उसका कैसा कैसा प्रयोग हुआ एवं उसमें कितना कितना दुर्नीति हुआ, इसका थोड़ा जांच करने का आपसे माध्यम से मंत्री जी को हम मांग करते हैं। जल्दी जल्दी सीबीआई इंक्वायरी और कोई अलग से इंक्वायरी करना चाहिए, नहीं तो बंगाल को आम जनता जो गरीब जनता है उसका लिए भारी मुश्किल है।
Okay.
I share the concern of
Just a minute.
बात है जो सुनिश्चित रोजगार योजना के अंतर्गत काम के बदले जो अनाज योजना है,
मिनिमम वेज के बारे में है ये।
जी जी
मिनिमम वेज के बारे में।
जी, मैं उसी में बात मिनिमम वेज पर थी, मैं SRY पे बात करना चाह रहा था कि उसमें JCB मशीन से भी काम हो रहा है।
हाँ
जी जी
ठीक। ऑल राइट, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I share the concern of my dear colleague Rashtrapal ji and other senior members of this House regarding minimum wages. Regarding the state of Gujarat, already our ministry has written a letter to the Secretary Rural Development, and I also personally spoke to the Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, and they have replied back that the anomaly will be corrected within next 10 days. I think that will satisfy Rashtrapal ji as well as the House, sir. And secondly, such anomalies existed in the state of Maharashtra, in the state of Madhya Pradesh also, but now they have been corrected. And secondly, one of the honorable members raised the question that अनाज जानवर भी नहीं खा सकता। ये तो तथ्य नहीं है सर, क्योंकि why? Because is that whatever the food grains are released by the Food Corporation of India is released after the verification from the state governments, and it is the responsibility of the state government, sir, to take the food grains and to give the wage component, that means the cash component, and the Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana is only slated to give 10 wage days of employment per month. Therefore, it is not possible to give 15 wage days. And in Madhya Pradesh, if 10 wage days are not being given, the matter should be taken up with the state government of Madhya Pradesh, sir. And this has been one of the very good programs in the country that is being implemented, and most of the BPL families are getting succor because of Sampurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana.